Should you be adding 110 fractional gold to your collection? Well, we'll talk about the pros and cons of it next. Stay tuned. What's shaking, YouTube? Welcome to another edition of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. Episode number 50, in fact. I have to say, when I started this channel just short of a year ago, I had no clue what I would talk about, what kind of videos I'd make. I just kind of really enjoyed what I was doing with Silver and Gold and PMs in general, and figured I'd talk a little bit about it and see if it caught on. And I think we've done pretty well. The channel has been fairly successful for a new channel. As you know, if you own a channel, it's hard to get footing in this genre. Because let's face it, this channel is not as prolific as some other ones out there, where they're putting out a video every day or every other day. And that's great if the content is relevant. That's fine. If it's something that's going to keep people's interest, then that's great that you can do that a couple times, 3-4 times a week. Personally, that's not why I put this channel up. I just did it to talk about precious metals. So I'm not after views. I'm not trying to monetize the channel when it hits that certain amount. I just like to do videos, period. It's not a difficult concept for me to grasp anyway. But right now we're going to talk about 110 gold and fractional gold in general. So is it worth it? Well, that's up to everybody else that's buying, I guess. I don't know. Everybody has their own opinion on fractional gold. Some hate it. Some absolutely hate it, and they say, nope, only ounces for me. That's it. I'm doing ounces. Which is fine. Some have more disposable income than others, and they can do that. That's great. I like other things in life. Cars. I have a barcade with classic video games. I collect other things. So my disposable income is spread a little bit farther around than just my money for PMs. Now, I've stacked up a nice little healthy stack of both silver, gold, platinum. No palladium yet. I just can't seem to pull the trigger on it. But you stay within your means, and you build for your future if you can. Like I said in videos in the past, if this stuff hits $100 an ounce or if gold just blows up, great. That's awesome. I'm not near retirement yet, but it'd be nice to have something that was really tangible. Worst case scenario, I get what I've got into it. You figure gold and silver is going to be up in the next 20 years somewhere. I think it'll be at least higher than what we're paying for it now. And like I've also said before, if silver actually tanks, well then guess what? I'm going to hand off the whole damn collection to my kids, and they can stash it away or cash it in and do whatever they want with it, but it'll be part of their inheritance. So to me, it's not a pressure situation. I'm not worried about it. I have enough already stacked up in silver to where I'd be fine for a couple of months, 3-4 months, including cash, and even more if you include cash that I've stashed away, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine between supplies, ammunition, pistols, shotgun, all the stuff you're going to need if the world were to collapse tomorrow. We'll be fine. So I'm not really worried about that. But fractional gold, like I said, it has its detractors and its fans. I'm a fan. I love 110 gold. I love it. Now, it's not the most economic way to stack gold because, premiums. It costs just as much to make a 110 as it does for a full ounce. The cost is the same to whoever's minting it. Literally, look it up. It's actually the same amount. It costs the same amount to make a 1 ounce that it does a 110. And now you're not getting the same content for gold, but you're getting the cost of making a 1 ounce gold. So there's that. But we're going to talk about some pros and cons of fractional silver and gold. Sorry. I'm so used to doing silver, it just comes out naturally. So fractional gold. Fractional silver, I really hope you're not collecting fractional silver, by the way. Worst waste of money I've ever seen in my life in precious metals collecting. It's just pointless. Fractional silver is just pointless. An ounce of silver is cheap enough to where you can buy it by the ounce. I think the premiums are ridiculous on fractional silver, and there's no point to it. So, but that's another story in another video. So what you see in front of you here are a few of my favorite things. Gold, silver, and cigars. I don't know if there's any other cigar aficionados out there, but I love a damn good cigar. Every now and then I'll sit on the back porch and listen to all the wildlife at night. We've got a pretty wooded backyard, and I love a good cigar. So, but moving on. All right, so some pros and cons of owning fractional silver. Let's do the pros first. All right, first one, fractional gold. I keep wanting to say silver. Fractional gold is a great way to add gold to your portfolio. It's affordable. Basically, having some gold in your portfolio is better than having none. And if this stuff is getting ready to go crazy in the next decade or so, you know, again, it's good to have some instead of none. You can add gold to your portfolio pretty affordably with fractional gold. Next one, you can get exposure to many kinds of different designs, like I'm getting ready to show you here. A lot of countries are making their own gold bullion, and it's just cool to be able to take a look at them. And another one, it's easy to sell if you need to, if you don't need to sell a full ounce to cover an emergency. Let's face it, if you've got all ounces and you've got something, you know, you've got an emergency that came up, but you don't need $1,800 or $2,000 when you sell that 1 ounce. You need $500. You know, sell a couple of 110s. That's it. It's good to have fractional gold, so you can parcel it out if you need, you know, if you ever need to. But cons, I have one con, and that's premiums. But here's the thing, yeah, you're gonna pay more. You're gonna pay more for these, no doubt. But if gold takes off, like they're saying in the future, even if it goes just a little bit higher, your premiums should be covered. So in the end, you should make more than what you paid for it. At least there's that. So that being said, let's take a look at a few of them I've got out here. I've got some stacked here, so let's take a look. All right, first off, we've got the Britannia. Let's see if I can get it in focus here. You guys know I love my Britannia, whether it's gold or whatever. I love my Britannia, and I'll take it in gold as well. I do have a couple of 1 ounce gold Britannias, and not only is it a good value, but it is a beautiful coin. The 110s are no different. It's the same stuff. You have the same security features. You got the latent image, you got the wave background, even the tincture lines on the shield, and the micro text around the interior. It's the same design. Like I said, it costs just as much to make a 110 as it does a full ounce. So that's the Britannia, one of my favorites. Let's see what else we got here. This one is from Tuvalu, little island, and it celebrates the 75th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, which not really a celebration, but at least a dedication. This one's pretty cool. It's not as shiny as standard gold. It's a little bit kind of like matted, but very, very cool. I love this design. I can't really get these in focus. Hopefully you can see them. But yeah, this is one of my favorites as well. I love the design on that. And then, of course, our Type 2 Eagle. I have a few of these, but I do like this design on the back better than the regular one, the silver version. I don't like the silver version of the Type 2 Eagle, but this design, definitely more acceptable. I actually like this one, so very cool. And of course, you can't have a complete collection without your standard, just your standard Eagles. Yeah, not a fan. I mean, it's not the first ones I go for because they are pricier than others. Big difference if you go for Britannia versus Eagle. Huge difference. Even in fractional gold, these are way more pricey. These are more affordable. Best value. You got to go with the value when it comes to buying PMs. What else do we have here? Here's another one. This is a Australian kangaroo. I like this one. I like it a lot. Very cool design, sharp. I mean, the type on that is just crisp. Love it. Let's see. So this is like a generic. It's the only generic I own. When I went to my LCS, he didn't have any other. He didn't have pretty much anything that day, so I picked this up just to have, go home with something. But I think this is part of the if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Money Metals Exchange, where you buy gold monthly. You're on a cost, dollar cost averaging basis, and when you hit certain amounts, you can take physical possession of it. I don't know. You know what? It's a 10th ounce of gold, no matter what. But the funny thing is, the weird thing is, you can see the red, the copper that makes up, it's not all gold. These aren't all gold. There is copper in these. And you can see those tinges of red. For sure. But hey, gold is gold, right? Let's see, two more. There's some more eagles here. This is Year of the Monkey. This is also Australia. I like this one. It was a limited edition. They weren't really widely dispersed. But yeah. You know how I feel about the Queen. I'm pretty sure it's a shared sentiment. But this one's pretty cool, and it was limited, so it does run a little bit higher than others. And one more. Krugerrand, pretty basic stuff. From 1983, it's in amazing condition for being that old. Again, this was a purchase on a whim. He didn't have much else that day, so he had a little gold Krugerrand. I picked it up. So, all good stuff. All good stuff. I do love these designs. So let's go ahead and close it out. Yeah, buying these are great if you're in a collector mentality and you just want to add some gold. To have gold, it's affordable. Just be mindful of the premiums, and by the time it's all said and done, if you spend $230 on, 1/10 of gold, once you get to an ounce, you're up to $2,300, which is definitely above the range for sure for an ounce of gold, depending on what you buy. But not too much. And like I said earlier, hopefully, for all of our investment's sake, gold does rise in the future, and we can recover our premiums. But it is what it is. But one thing to consider before you start dumping money into 110s, again, I'm not suggesting you buy 110s. I'm not suggesting that you buy anything, because you guys know I've said it in the past, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an ex-Marine who loves collecting heavy metals. That's it, bottom line. But one method you could do if you want to save up, or you want to, a lot of people say, well, I'm going to get 10 110s and then trade it in for an ounce. Well, depending on the price of the ounce, I wouldn't recommend that, because I think you're going to lose value on that. But one way you could do it is the money you were going to spend on that 10th ounce, put it away, sock it away in a drawer, and when you save it up 10 times, go buy your full ounce of gold. Again, I almost want to say silver again. But if I've said silver in the video, just overlook it. It's been one of those weeks already, and it's only Tuesday. But yeah, so instead of buying 110 gold, save up the money, and when you save it up 10 times, bam, go get your ounce. That's one way to do it. But that being said, if I didn't love the 110s, I like collecting them. But my recommendation is not to go any lower than the quarter ounces. I think the quarter ounce of gold is probably the best fractional gold there is. If you're going to go fractional, you might want to keep it at a quarter ounce. 110s are great, and they're good for little expenses if you need it here and there. But I think a quarter ounce is probably going to be your safe zone. They're affordable. You'll have to save up a little bit if you're not, in the habit of buying gold every week. But bottom line, I think the 1/4 ounce gold is probably the best fractional gold you can go for if that's what you're going to do. And then there's others that say, you know what, I'm not buying fractional anything. I'm going for the whole ounce. That's all I collect is ounces. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So it's up to you. Your call, however you want to do it. It's your stack. It's your money. It's your investment. It's your future. Keep it mindful. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up another video from the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. As always, I appreciate you making it to the end. I would love to hear your comments on what you think of fractional gold. Is it a waste of money? Are the premiums too high? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Leave me some comments down below. I'd love to hear them. But other than that, that's going to do it for this edition this week. I will catch you next week. And you know the drill. Get stacked. Peace.